Hello people and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League stage match. This is still the week 3 and today, right now, we have a match in our hands, which is a very fine one at that. Now we have both Lauri Leppänen of Finland and Min-Wei Chen of Taiwan, who neither one has yet to lose a match. Both stand at 2 wins, 0 losses, and someone is today going to experience their first loss, and the other is going to join Erwin Gal, Zhang Yuqin, Hector Arce, and Ritijai Chalongkul at the club of 3 wins, 0 losses. And they will be the final ones to do so, all the way until the end of week 3. Whether it will be Finland or Taiwan, that is up to them. Now, the both of these players have reached the master rank earlier as well, on multiple occasions. Lauri currently rated at 585, kind of far away from his peak, which is 740. Good, actually, I think it's still this 741, and with almost 4,500 games under his belt. And for HotlyHotly, it's a bit of a different story. So HotlyHotly currently at 11,500 games and rated at 665, with again peaks at well above 700 on multiple occasions. For the earlier opponents, Min-Wei has been able to defeat Esteban Obregon with a 2-0 outcome, and also Santiago Iniguez of Argentina with 2-1. And for Larpaattori, it's been not as smooth. 2-1 victories, first against Andrea Pacenti and then against um, Santos, but I forgot his first name. But Gabriel Santos, I think. And now the opponents will just get tougher for the weeks 4 and 5, when he's going to be facing Zoran Vlaic of Croatia and also Pavel Hudek of Czechia, both of which are very well defined masters. Why am I participating in this? Oh yeah, just because I made the tournament. Yeah. We are underway. Kind of big stakes. With 3 match wins would certainly be a nice spot to be at, with still room to be able to even lose a match, like, kind of freely, but not both of them. First 4 points go to Larpaattori, even though he's not the starting player. And HotlyHotly, in the meanwhile, is going to be starting a city of his own and using the road end as well, having a nice 4-point road. Larpaattori goes with the quick points and also the harassing platform, which gets briefly shut down, though there exists exactly the same one, with even actually slightly better one for Lauri, as the dagger asymmetry is going to allow Lauri to attack the city now a very tad bit more frequently. Welcome, Sergio. Second city for Lauri as he decides to get the extender and snatch the shielded tile, which Hotly left untouched as he finished his road, and now decides to go for the whoa, okay, sort of a salvation of his city, but doesn't meeple the road, which I don't think is exactly going to be all that good of a choice, because it's going to allow Lauri to then go over here, take 3 points, and allow then this city to be potentially restricted down to a dagger, which there only now exists 2 in the deck. Hotly with a triple city, I imagine he will be trying to break the cities of Lauri by going over here or here. I think I would have actually liked Hotly's chances more if he gone for the unification of the cities as opposed to just doing this, but I think that he wants to have chances of like Lauri going over here with like a city cap, and then Hotly would have a attacking platform onto Green City. Not gonna happen though, as Lauri keeps getting the city tiles, and Hotly even foregoes the completion of the city and instead tries to really push for the attacking platforms onto green, which might work. I mean, Lauri would be tempted, I think, to go over here, then try to get a Dorito and a city cap combo to finish off the city. On the other hand, Lauri might want to keep those options open with like a double Doritos and just make a one huge city. But I imagine like one of the 3 options is gonna happen. Either he goes here, he's gonna try and go for the city completion. He's gonna go here and not, of course, place a meeple there, but he's just going to try and like sort of harass this platform or harass the city of Hotly, or he's gonna go over here and try to cause some nuisance to the city of Hotly over on the left. But this will certainly work out just wonderfully for Lauri as he gets another shielded tile and is going to block off Hotly's attack, and Hotly has to now use even further tiles to try and stop this madness from being completed, and Lauri is gonna of course keep at it, and he still has 3 triple cities to go here. No horses though, no horses, so this square is fully blockable, but 3, well now 2 cows as Hotly keeps on trying to go for the full block, which I can't really blame him doing, but he will be getting some issues over on his own city as Lauri makes the semi-save, and yeah, there's gonna be a save made for Hotly as well, but Lauri should probably is gonna go here, I think. Yeah, he's gonna try and save, and maybe even with a meeple. Goes with a meeple even. Still 2 cows to fit into this square, and it would be an absolute gold mine if Lauri is to get one of the 2 remaining cows go here, and even then further threaten the completion of a gigantic city. And Hotly has a decision to make. Decides to go far. Decides to go for a decision which I don't think I like all that much. As a matter of fact, I don't like it at all, because now he has only 2 tiles to directly finish the city. Actually, only 1 tile. There's only 1 field Dorito to go into this square, and there are no dividers, and there are the cows. So only 1 tile, 1 singular tile for Hotly to finish off these cities with 1 tile, and as opposed to like going over here, he would have had 3 road Doritos to then fit into this square and finish both cities without the fear of getting restricted. Yeah, I'm not sure how well that's gonna go for Hotly, and who is also down on the scoreboard by 16 points and really only has this one 8-point city to threaten with. Other than that, couple of roads and one tile to dream of. Monasteries are also going at the moment in favor of Larpaattori, who finishes the other one, or finishes the first monastery, grabs the 4 points, and has also managed to get himself a road monastery, so even a third one, and now even a 4th monastery for Lauri, who, whoa, okay, goes for stacking, which is it's all right. As a matter of fact, it's not really dangerous at all, because even if this square were to get restricted into a dagger, there are still 3 of those in the deck. So keep that in mind. And Hotly, yeah, therefore Hotly isn't even bothered to go here with the restriction. Lauri keeps on trying to build up the cities. And what does Hotly do? He's gonna try and go for the block with still 1 starting tile, still 1 dagger, and still 2 city crossroads to go here. Well, we'll see if Lauri decides to go for the expansion, which seems like the most intuitive move, but he might also do something else like this, which is totally fine, because he doesn't want to get restricted down to 1 simple dagger. And now he wants to keep his options open, although like getting restricted is still a possibility with a field tile, and he keeps drawing the daggers, but not the right type of ones. But he would maybe want to go over here though, to restrict this square down to the starting tile and 2 remaining city crossroads, and again to deny the dagger possibility, the dagger restriction from Hotly to come here, and it is exactly what he does. Meanwhile, Hotly has been able to finish both of his cities, catching up on the scoreboard somewhat. Still has, of course, the issues over on the right, and Lauri does not care about the potential block, which is going to come down, but it's going to take away one of the value tiles that Hotly would have really liked to go over here. And despite this block, especially when it is done with a cow, then it's a 50-50 shot only for this square anyways, and these ruins and the monastery are scoring a lot, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 19, 25 points for those 3 meeples. So basically 3 blocked monasteries and some extra. Could even be an additional point to the monastery, and maybe even for a quick points from the city. Hotly defends his double cities to the same cow. Doesn't people the city cap though. And Larpaattori has taken the road, trying to get some further value out of a city crossroad, I believe, which I think he will be getting blocked. I think he should be getting blocked if Hotly is thinking this through, but he doesn't want to do that. Instead, he sees, well, I imagine he sees the opportunity to finish his road, which is true. It is possible, and as a matter of fact, it is unblockable as well, because there are, well, it's just unblockable. There are no monasteries remaining anymore, so so the only tile that fits into this square is a vanilla, which there is like one remaining. Yeah, one vanilla remaining. But it also fits into this square as well, which Hotly might want to go for. Or not, especially not now anymore. Instead, he's going to take 4 points, and he's going to disrupt Lauri's road a little bit. Not that it's like a huge impact move, but 4 points is 4 points is 4 points, and no, I don't really think that's the right call, because from Hotly's perspective, you want to make this this future field here like as tempting as possible, and he does get the triple city, but in doing so, he has now gotten himself a 6 point field, but it doesn't now have the extra city cap that it could have. In the meanwhile, Lauri is gonna liberate one of his monasteries, also one of Hotly's, but Hotly has 4 meeples to play with like 5 moves. With like 5 moves, and even gets another meeple free, takes another 6 point field, which actually is gonna be good, because now that this vanilla is gone, there is now no possibility for anything to go over here, so there is no threats of the fields getting united. However, Lauri finishes the 8-point city, does make another city to the field of Hotly, but it doesn't really matter that much. 10 points ahead on the scoreboard with again 25 points in these blocked features over here, 6 more over here, so 31 and 37, so 47 overall, 41, and then these fields are 35, 29, like 20. Yeah, Lauri's ahead by 20 points, and only one meeple less, and there's just absolutely no way that Hotly is going to manifest 20 points, over 20 points with 3 tiles, even with all city caps, like 7 here, 7 here, I don't know, 5 here. Like still, even if Lauri were to not take any points anywhere, then he still wins with just his current points. But of course, he will be taking, for example, 2 points here, or just taking away one city cap. That also works. Just trying to make sure that Hotly can't run over with like a gazillion city caps to like maximize his scores fully. He's going to be able to make a 7-point move though, which is small consolations. Lauri with a 3-point road and a point at the monastery, another 8-point monastery there, and Hotly with a city cap is gonna go over here, I presume, for a 5-point move, because it is the highest scoring move out there for him, and with the plentiful amount of city caps that there were, Lauri is gonna finish his city, is gonna drop a farmer, maybe even connect, but I wouldn't put my marbles on that. Another city cap for Hotly. With what he can't really do all that much, maybe he can go over here and take that city. Take that city, and then with another city cap, make a 9-point move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's also where the quad city is still out there, so it's the quad city and something else in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No crossroads. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There are no city caps. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it a straight road? 1, 2. No, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No straight roads. Maybe curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No curves. How about Doritos? Not sure. Ooh, yeah, that's actually a fine move. So forces the Quad City to go on to his own and denies any points from from green. Yeah, it's a very niche move to make, but it does result into a +6 overall net worth for the final moves, as opposed to, I don't know, taking this 3-pointer here, and then Larpaattori gets a 3-pointer no matter what, and then he gets 3 afterwards for a net worth of +3. So a neat idea here by Hotly to try and really push for those final points, which he ends up being successful with. Although it's not going to really save him, as these unfinished features just score way too many points for Lauri for Hotly to catch. 114 to 101, and the Finnish master takes the first skin, so to say. Also gets to start the second game, which is certainly good news for for the Finnish fans like me. And Hotly really only has one choice here, starting a city over at the bottom. As far as and he's going to do that immediately when he's going to solve out his network issues. Unfortunately, his time will be burning out slightly, so gonna be losing like a minute from the clock, which is some unfortunate stuff. But I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't I don't think we were like particularly close to running out of time for either player in the previous game, as it wasn't a particularly like difficult end game to really like solve, because there was really like no need, as no win was in sight whatever Hotly were to do. 6 points for Lauri, and he has developed a nice loop road. Hotly finishes off a city of his own for 8, moves into a small lead, and I imagine just a finishing off the road and starting yet another city for Lauri. I mean, I really don't see anything else in this situation. Like, I guess he could go just over here and continue the city. That would also be an option. But two city principle is a valuable asset to try and preserve. First monastery of the game for Hotly, and rightfully so takes the 6-point spot. And Lauri has a choice now whether he wants to go for the road, and he does. It's going to result into, well, I guess, a small win for himself, as he's gonna get that road progressed immediately so, with the help of a rather forced tile by Hotly, who gets even the second road monastery as well. Doesn't get to place it into as juicy of a spot as the earlier one, but gets to control the city of Lauri. and also gets to keep taking the quick points. Or here, sure, and creates another monastery spot next to his own, which is blockable, and which is exactly what Lauri is going to go for. No immediate defense being able to be made by Hotly, but I imagine he'll be doing a semi-save here, even though it's going to also kind of protect the city of red here. But looks like Hotly doesn't even care. He's gonna let his monastery fall, and instead he's gonna try and block some cities over here for Lauri. Could have actually also been made this move a with a field meeple, given that there's 3 points here, then very likely 6, and when Lauri finishes the city, it's going to be at 9 points, and it's going to come down with a farmer, which Hotly, I imagine, would like to avoid, but it might not be the case that he now can. But instead, Hotly does have a chance to take the field almost at any point here, well, actually at any point here, as Lauri is going to keep taking some quick point tiles, maybe go here for 4 points, maybe take back his meeple, although I don't think so. Maybe actually go over here and just try and deny his cities being unified. Or maybe go here, take up a road. I don't know, there are multiple options. I think I would be most drawn to just taking the 3 points and the point on the monastery. But Lauri has other ideas. Ideas which I don't particularly fancy, I have to say. And Hotly is going to go over here, he's going to break the city of Lauri, and he's going to try to unify these cities and block these cities into this square, or into this square for that matter. And it seems like a really good plan. I don't really imagine him doing anything else, and he does exactly what I mentioned. And only one move, of course, for Lauri to do, as Hotly is gonna keep trying to go for the blocks. Again, I imagine there's really like nothing else that Hotly should be doing here, and this is kind of like a very good tile to do so, or to try and do so. The only question is, I guess, like whether you go with a meeple or not. I think not, actually, is better, and Lauri is not having any kind of luck with the saving tile, and looks like his features are very well might be getting fully blocked here. Second monastery, I guess he would be just going for the stacking, and yes, indeed it does happen that the idea of neglecting the monastery of Hotly and instead just going straight to the plan B and harassing the city of Lauri has paid off big time here. Starting a new city of his own, and Hotly with an 8-point lead, with a winning mini battle with 6 points to 3 now, although this ruin is likely to grow at least a bit. And Lauri with really no threats on the board, and also losing on meeples with 2 to 5. Not particularly a good situation. Well, let's see what he can come up with in these desperate times. Well, first of all, Hotly is going to go for a small restriction onto the city of Lauri, and he's going to grab a 6-point field, which doesn't particularly look like a value meeple, to be honest. Like this field barely has any potential to grow. Though I might have been actually tempted as Lauri to go over here with the field Dorito to ensure that no divider goes over here. And now after the move that HotlyHotly is gonna make, I imagine HotlyHotly is gonna go over here because he doesn't ever want to even have the slightest chance of. Oh no! Whoa, 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 horsey, whoa, whoa, whoa! That is reckless, to be honest. This is, I mean, this is like kind of giving a leeway, giving stuff back to Lauri to maybe even have a chance at some sort of a comeback, as he might now be getting some value out of his blocked meeple. With straight line, Green's field grows a lot. Ah, yeah, with this, sure. I mean, well, it grows 3 points, but it does get a lot of green squares. That is for sure. And it was actually really difficult to prevent that because there was only one field crossroad remaining. Yeah, well, with the straight road, he has now indeed made the field way more threatening for sure. Well, Lauri has a decision in his hands. Do you go over here and do you try to maybe finish off the city with a divider or with a Dorito? Because there still exists one field Dorito in the deck. Or do you allow a potential block or restriction rather onto a dagger, which could very well come down from HotlyHotly on the very next turn? Also, of course, these cities here are still dividable. Well, dividable with the divider, and they can still be threatened, or one of them can still be threatened to complete. And really, like any triple city or any Dorito over here, I imagine Lauri is gonna go with immediately, just to deny that exact possibility from ever becoming reality of HotlyHotly going here with the divider and running off with the city nonetheless. HotlyHotly with a second meeple on the field doesn't bother trying to attack, as there was actually only one connection tile remaining. But yeah, I didn't want to see the divider coming down. But the divider comes down for him, and he does make the threat become reality. And this city is now again well alive and empowered. Small consolation, of course, for Lauri of getting his city finished. Now, I imagine that he will never be attacking really to this field, as it is basically controlled by two meeples of HotlyHotly at the moment, and it has no attacking squares actually. Well, not good ones. And also you would have to, I guess, block these unifications if you ever were to go for the attack. But yeah, this looks a really good situation for HotlyHotly for sure. And he's gonna continue on that path, as he's gonna be able to go like over here with, well, actually there's only one road Dorito, but he still goes for it, as there are still two horses, and also because it's going to be important for HotlyHotly to be able to use all types of city tiles effectively, and he has used for city caps elsewhere, whereas of course he could have tried to go for the plan of finishing this city with double city caps. But I think this plan is much better, because it's going to force Lauri's hand to do something about it, and he is indeed gonna do something about it, especially now when he can't take quick points. I don't really see him doing anything else but going over here. Like, if he could take quick points anywhere, I think he would. Oh, actually, he can go here. Yeah, he might be tempted. After all, there's only one Road Dorito and one Triple City, but do you really want to give that 50-50 chance for your opponent to finish the city? And Lauri decides that he absolutely does not. Instead goes for, well, I guess a 50-50 expansion. I don't think you should ever even meeple this. I think Lauri should just take his chances and believe that he gets the one and final remaining horse in the deck. I don't think this is worth meepling. +4, +8, +9 equalized by this city. +6, +11, +12, +6, +1. Yeah, basically the field is what Lauri is behind. So I don't think this is a good choice. Well, I guess he might be having ideas on overrunning the city. Although with just this one tile, HotlyHotly is gonna destroy those plans. And even if he were to try, yeah, even if he were to try and overrun the city, then like there are just no connection tiles really. Like there's one, well, like there's one Dorito in the game, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, one Dorito and one Triple City. And like that's it. That's it for Doritos and Big City tiles. And there is the Dorito. So this is like a precaution in a situation where you don't really when you can't really afford to take precautions. Like you have to just go like full steam and rely on better than average tile runouts, as I see it. Yeah, and this is actually a very safe city for HotlyHotly to take, because again, there's only one tile that can turn the city to the like going upwards. However, it could have been possible maybe for Lauri to go here and like well like via that dagger restrict the city down to the one remaining horse anyways. Now he would have created a 4-point road, but you know his situation is like desperate already, so I don't really think it would particularly matter. Another field meeple comes down from HotlyHotly. And I believe he's well ahead on the board and on the scoreboard almost as well. So +1 for Lauri on the scoreboard, +4, +10, +15, +20, 22, 20, 17, 13, 7, 2, and then all the fields. Yeah, +2, then 1, 2, 3, 1, -10, -19, -22 for Lauri. This is basically the reversed version of the first game, where it's kind of one-sided. Yep, a fine move by HotlyHotly, recognizing that there are still multiple city caps remaining, or at least enough so that Larpaattori could be finishing up the 8-pointer. So now he restricts the city to the triple city, which is already needed elsewhere, and really leaving Lauri no choices but to just take 2 points, I guess, somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, still 3 more city caps remaining in the deck after the city crossroad. And Lauri is just gonna try and think, is there any possible way that he can win this? And I have to say that I wouldn't really count on it. Well, he needs the triple city, and I believe that he needs it really not over here, but over here. Then needs to get a city cap, finish this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, finish a 12-point city, get a meeple back, then attack some field, I reckon. Like I guess attack the main field then of 12 points with one meeple. So then that's actually almost like a 20-point sequence there. And if Hotly doesn't manage to get himself quick point tiles, then I guess there could be a sliver of hope. But the triple city needs to happen soon, though. And that straight road is not a triple city, and that is a triple city in Hotly's hand, and it is going to provide 4 points to him, or 3 points, and it's going to absolutely crush any dreams that Lauri had to win this game over. He's going to go for, I guess, another monastery just because, and Hotly still keeps just munching on the quick points. And just with the remaining tiles, Lauri is going to go over here, like along with the roads, and try to, connect the fields as best as he can. Just claiming those, 3 points here, 1 point here, 2 points there, which are not going to be nowhere near enough. Which are going to be nowhere near enough, but it is the best that he can do. Hopefully, even with the double curve there, maybe fully preventing these fields from emerging. Actually, it wouldn't really even matter. Takes a 6-point field and is going to smooth out and right into the victory. This one turned out to be just as interesting as expected, with a 1-1 score and, of course, a decider at hand. "20 points and more to come for Min-Wei Chen. And that'll do it for the second game. And I bet that both players are very eagerly wishing so that they get to be the starting player in the third game, as it is going to be a considerable advantage given that it's basically a 50-50 shot between these players of who wins in a tight game. And it is going to be a Lauri with the starting player advantage. Immediately snatches a monastery out of the deck, burning some time for unknown reasons, but he eventually finishes with the with a 2-pointer, as he is forced to do. First points for Hotly from the city, and Lauri is gonna start the eager battle of trying to surround the monastery. I believe from the wrong side, unfortunately. given that there's one less dagger to go into this square than on the other side. So not entirely sure what the idea there was, but if it works, it works. At least the second city of Lauri is going to be working just fine for now, as he goes away from harm's way with a shield as well. And Hotly, I mean, he can do one of two things. He can take the city for himself, even though it is attackable from both sides. Lauri unfortunately gets gets a tile with what he cannot attack from either side. But I imagine he would be going. Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, doesn't end up working, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it would be that it's wrong. He does indirectly continue his city, and it's not going to be successful just yet. So far, he has only allowed Hotly to get into the lead of 12 points by 2 cities. But does he get to complete or to continue the city? No, he does not, and Hotly does get to attack. So unfortunately, the plan of Lauri of not taking it super safe and just finishing up his own city does not pay off at all. But there still could be some events happening over on this square, so there could be, for example, a dagger to go over here for either player, and a second meeple, still 4 cows to go here, overrunning the city, which would certainly be a nice add-on to the points for either player. In the meanwhile, we see as Lauri is not particularly bothered with the finishing of the road to protect 3 points, but instead just goes for 1 point and goes for the restriction of the city for Hotly. And as for the Taiwanese player, this one I have to say is particularly weak move to make because it allows a city plus road tile to either finish a city or start a city, and also at the same time make a full blocking platform onto the 1 point city of Hotly. Yeah, definitely not something that I would highly encourage anyone to do. I think it would have been better to go, let's say, over here and start a new city that way, or maybe go over here and start a city here, or something else. Also, wait. Ah, looks like a bigger glitch coming from BGA this time. And Lauri, of course, has meepled the city as he should. Doesn't meeple the road though, which does not look to be such a good decision. I mean, I know that there were multiple 4-point roads available, but like the road isn't dangerous. Like it's just not dangerous at all. And you can turn it into a loop. I don't see why you should leave these extra points. Oof. Oof. I mean, Lauri does get to attack that city, like which I was kind of like drawing earlier as like a dagger goes here for a cows triangle, but this tile is not particularly good to be doing that things because it's such a value tile for 4 points. Although he is down by -20. Yeah, he's down -20, but like still, it's 4 points lost. There's also only 3 city caps to go into this square, and with one straight road, it can be restricted down to only 1 tile, which I am actually astonished that HotlyHotly doesn't go for the attack, but allows the possibility of the completion, and that is immediately what Lauri gets. So now he has the 75% chance of actually making the entire dream of his true, and actually getting the horse and getting a nice chunk of points of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. Yeah, there it is. There is the horse, and oh boy, does it cost dearly for Hotly to not go for the attack, and instead he was greedy, went for the 4 points and tried to go for a starting tile block here or some other type of restriction, but pays a dear price for it. Now Lauri is basically back to equal. The road monastery will help, of course, Hotly in his attempt to get back onto the lead. So basically these monasteries are now equalized. Hotly +6 on the scoreboard with +1 on the city, and let's say an equal fight on this ruin, with a 15-point field for Hotly in his control, and I imagine a second one will follow. But the 15-point field is really easy to attack too, and actually I might have even preferred Lauri to attack it immediately, because there's actually only like one really good spot to attack, and it is to just lay down a farmer onto like anywhere on this side, which he can do now. Go over here, and just meeple the field. Like it goes all the way around, and just with one field tile, you get to connect. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. With only 2 crossroads, 1 horse, 1 road monastery, and none of those tiles are exactly the kind of ones that you would really want to use over here. It's also giving back the meeple for Hotly, and not going for the field connection, which is now getting absolutely hammered away, which was just a one-time chance. It is almost close to a fiasco for Lauri, as this field is now basically impenetrable. It doesn't have any good attacking platforms to the field. It can only be attacked via like ninja farmers, or like, I don't know, super ninja farmers via road monastery, and that's it. Hotly drops another meeple onto the field, like kind of trying to play it super safe and not allow a farmer to come down for Larpaattori here, in case he were to get the final remaining starting tile, which seems to be actually the final city cap to be going over here anyways. Also gets to start another city, and maybe even looking to drop a 3rd farmer at the top here, given that Hotly's position here looks quite secure, with +14 on the scoreboard, 16 here, plus 17, plus 20, plus 15, plus 7. These are basically equal here, plus 9, plus 2, okay, minus 1, and the field. Well, actually, it's not that bad, actually, for Lauri. As long as he can get to the field, like, in one way or another, he's gonna be able to do some good stuff. But, first of all, the starting tile is drawn by Hotly, and it is definitely horrible, horrible news, as this city is now blocked to oblivion unless Lauri gets a road torito, goes over here and manages to get a city cap later. But he is kind of forced to go here and to fully block the city, and Hotly just keeps on drawing every city cap that there is in the deck. And that is not particularly helpful for red here. Not particularly helpful. Might be going maybe over here, just adding some extra points to the field, although I doubt that he would like to add more field entry squares. If anything, I think Hotly would be considering going over here and to take away like this opportunity for a ninja farmer. And Lauri potentially might have to rely on a road monastery move, maybe going over here or here with a straight road and drop a farmer on the inside. Then get the road monastery, equalize the large field. This is actually also pretty handy by Hotly, so takes away this road monastery spot. Lauri manages to get himself indeed the road Dorito, but he's assumably gonna get restricted further. And now only a cow, not a cow, but a horse is gonna be going over here, and no other tile. So say goodbye to this city. However, Lauri is gonna be able to finish up the other one. Maybe even drop a farmer, but only maybe. Actually, I don't think he's gonna drop a farmer, because I think he kind of has to try and save as many meeples for the field attack possibilities as he can humanly possibly ever try and save. I don't think this is worth a meeple investment on anything. Because we can still go like over here, I guess, and then try a ninja here. We can go with any road tile, for example, over here with a straight road and try to go for a road monastery. Or, I don't know, we can just go here, even with a city tile, and go here for like, with either a curve or a road monastery, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are still plenty of curves in the deck, by the way. Still 3 curves. So actually, this, the more I look at this spot, it looks kind of good, you know. It's also very difficult to block. It only really is blocked with the road monastery going over here, and actually with nothing else. So that is for sure an option. Straight road for Hotly. Right now thinking of how he can take away field attacking platforms, I imagine. This doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's like basically saying that like if Lauri goes over here, then his city is going to be even further restricted. Although it doesn't really matter because it's field side to the right, and the rest of the city tiles are field tiles anyway. I think this might be just like like, I don't know, psychological move of like trying to say that, there might be tiles remaining to finish your city, but in actuality, of course, there are not. Horse for Lauri, who now has to think. Does he go here? There's 1, 2, 3. There is still actually a field crossroad remaining to go over here with and take 2 points. Although the connection can, of course, be killed with the same tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's also a straight road. So 2 connection tiles and 1 killing tile with 3 meeples, which is exactly what like why he has spared his meeples to be able to afford as many for an attack as possible. I feel like this is gonna be our shot of going over here. Just takes 2 points, but like those 3 points, are they really gonna do anything? Because what if we get a straight road like right now? Then we pretty much have to rely on just like road monastery. Okay, well, Hotly invested the final meeple. He still has actually a couple tiles to get a meeple back with the crossroad and the road monastery himself, but Lauri really doesn't have choices here. Like, he has to attack the field. I think Lauri has to go for this and place a farmer, hoping for the road monastery to come, because he needs to get this. He needs to get to this field. He has to get to this field. It's not an option. It's a must. It's an absolute must. And by going over here, it is absolutely unblockable connection with the road monastery. And he has to have the meeple like invested before he gets the road monastery, of course, because otherwise it's just all done. Like everything is done then. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. These 5 points, 6 points, and the random monastery here with no connection to the field, they are not enough. They just aren't. +6 for Hotly. +9. +1. +2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. +4. +1. -7. -1 and the field. We gotta get to this field. There are no like other options. We can't score enough without the field. We can't. Like, it's a 50-50 shot to get to the field. We still have 3 tiles. Hotly has 3 tiles. Like, if Hotly gets the road monastery, he wins anyway. We have to get it. Just so that, like, if Hotly doesn't get this meeple back with the road monastery. Just we gotta get it. There is no alternative, really. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh no. What? What the fuck? 1, 2. Okay, so there's a dagger, but like, who gives? There. Why? So like, we are banking apparently onto a dagger, which seemingly does exist, but like, if we get the dagger, 1 point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, -3, so 12 points. It's not enough. And this field is controlled with 1 meeple. Like, if Hotly wants another one on it, Oh, oh, good lord, man. Good lord, good gracious. Why? What is this plan? It's not a good plan. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18-point field. We were like minus 17. Like basically, Lauri was banking on getting both. Yeah, he was banking on getting both the the dagger and the monastery, because even with just even with just the dagger, he doesn't have enough points. Although actually, well, I mean, he got both. So I mean, he got what he was looking for, I guess. But I don't think this is enough. Like it can't really be enough. It's 5 points, um, 6 points, 7 points, and then this was like 12, so 19, 20, and it's just not enough, man. The dagger would have united opponent farmers, so there would have been no field attacking options. Well, not if you yourself unite. Not after that. But if you don't, if you just don't go for the unification, and like if Hotly wants to still overrun the field, like let the man do it himself. Let him go here with the curve and here with the dagger and finish our city and waste his moves on that, as opposed to making useful stuff, grabbing points, getting his people back. Like what is this plan? Why is this plan? Why is it so bad? Uh, I mean, like this plan works in very limited amount of scenarios. Like very limited amount of scenarios, this plan works. Is like if we get the dagger, sure, and we nibble the road, sure. We get the monastery, sure, but we also have to get this to deny the meeple back from Hotly, or we need Hotly to draw this tile, to draw this crossroad only on the very last turn, so that he can't score extra points. It relies on so many factors that it's just so unlikely to happen. Whereas if we just go simply over here, then we only need one tile, as opposed to this tile and this tile and this tile, or Hotly getting this tile on like on his very last turn. Like, why do we rely on 3 tiles to go in our way in the correct order as well, when we could just go for one tile for a 50-50, as opposed to relying on 3 tiles, which by the way also include the monastery anyways? Somebody explain to me why is this a real plan? It's not a good plan. Or at least I don't see it being a good plan. Like, we had opportunities, but we just decided after like 3.5 minutes of thinking that we don't want any. We don't want them. And we went for one of the unlikeliest scenarios, as opposed to just a simple 50-50. Why? Like, I'm not blind, right? Like, there is only one farmer on this field. 4 in hand. There's here, and, you know, of course, without us connecting, like, all the way the second farmer of our opponent, then like we can we can just have 18 points for the field and 6 extra for the monastery. I don't get this. I guess I also have to correct myself with this move right here by HotlyHotly, like a long time ago when I said that there are no tiles for here to go, but there were indeed one, and he wanted to make sure that this city never gets completed. But in his position, even if it does get completed, then the lead of HotlyHotly is just enough on its own. Why? You can bet your ass that I'm going to bring this up the next time I'm having a training with Lauri. I know I'm gonna ask about this thought process because I cannot comprehend the idea that a 3-tile sequence would be better for us than a 1-tile sequence at any moment. Thought I could outrun the field. Yeah, seemingly so. Yes, I mean I get that much, but like, where's the outrunning part of that? Like you got, you got everything you ever could have wanted. Well, almost. Got the monastery, got the dagger, and those were the highest scoring tiles. And like, I guess you just missed out on the crossroad and got like, I don't know, a field torito instead. But like, so the question is like, why do we rely on a 3-tile sequence which includes the road monastery when we can just go like over here, place a farmer, and rely on the monastery to score like 24 points. And then even if we get the dagger, oh well, of course, depending on when we get the dagger, but we either go here, maybe even if we get that like before the monastery, or maybe it doesn't even work then, but or maybe we just go over here, or we just like allow HotlyHotly to spend tiles to go over here, and we allow HotlyHotly to finish the city for us, and waste tiles on that is like, instead of progressing his road, getting people back, and actually scoring. Why? Why is it better to have a 3-tile sequence which includes a tile that we could win with anyway with a 1-tile sequence for a 50-50 shot? That is absolutely beyond me. Congrats to Min-Wei Chen though. 3-0. Missed the unblockable field attack. Yeah, oh well, okay. Well, that's a bad miss, man. I'm not gonna lie, that is a bad miss. Given that, like, ninja farmers, like via road monasteries, are like the most I guess like the most usual way of trying to get out of a desperate situation and trying to get out of a huge negative points difference. It's like the most common, and with any road tile, super simple, man, super simple stuff. Shame, shame. Yeah, congrats to Min-Wei Chen of getting now 3 wins, 0 losses, and moving to the top 5 now after the week after week 3. had tunnel vision on winning without the field. Tunnel vision winning with or without? Yeah, without field. Yeah, that is unfortunate. That's gonna put Lauri at 2-1, and he's gonna go down somewhere in these ranks with a score of wait, what? So now 5 wins. Yeah, five wins in games and 4 losses in games, and so he's going to be in +1. So he's gonna still be just above Alexei here. So on 9th place, which is decent, but yeah, not much room for errors for sure on the last 2 weeks. Same as for me. And yeah, for Hotly, like I said, 3-0 with 6-2 in games. Yeah, 6-2. It's gonna get into the 5th spot and has some leeway to lose one match and still qualify with relative ease, I guess. I would imagine that 4 wins is going to be enough for top 12 almost for certain. And yeah, we still have one more match today, which is Maxim Basiluk versus Svormir Fleich, and it's going to happen at 1600 UTC, so in like 45 minutes or so. So stay tuned for that. But that's where we will be wrapping up this stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or by leaving a comment down in the comment section if you are watching this afterwards. I'll be seeing you very, very soon with some more Carcassonne Champions League stage matches. Bye for now.